All right. It appears that we are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube and Periscope. All right. We are good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, want to speak with everybody about today. Yesterday or this morning, we had some technical difficulties, and so the news got a little bit interrupted. So I just wanted to do a little live stream so you guys can actually get the news uninterrupted. Trying to produce the show and doing the news at the same time was kind of nerve-wracking when the phone's ringing and we're not on television. So I wanted to redo the newscast for you today and just let you know what I've got for you so far. And I am News Director Wes Royce for WCLU Local News Reporting. And Hart County Sheriff Boston Hensley reports that Wednesday, deputies executed a Hart County indictment warrant on Chris Jewell, age 41, of Hardeeville. Jewell is charged with theft by failure to make required disposition of property more than $500, less than $10,000. Jewell was lodged in the Hart County Jail in lieu of a $5,000 cash bond. And according to social media account for the Tompkinsville Police Department, a Tompkinsville woman is now behind bars for arson. Monday afternoon, Tompkinsville Police Department and the fire department responded to a structure fire at the Cumberland Trace Apartments on Columbia Avenue in Tompkinsville. And the Facebook post says the apartments are a total loss. Also, according to the post, that the fire had occurred at the front of the building. Chastity Stevens, a resident of the apartments, was arrested and charged with arson first degree, wanton endangerment first degree, assault third degree of a police or public officer in public intoxication of a controlled substance excluding alcohol, and theft by unlawful taking contents from a vehicle under $500. Attempts for more information from the department have been made without response. A bill sponsored by Congressman Brett Guthrie has passed the House of Representatives. H.R. 1635, the Empowering Students Through the Enhanced Financial Counseling Act, passed by a vote of 406-4. The bill would require counseling any person accepting student loans, followed up by an annual financial counseling. I spoke with Congressman Brett Guthrie about the issue.
There's $1.4 trillion outstanding debt, student loan debt. And so what we've looked at and we've been doing research and looking at is that people who take on student loan debt, some people need loans to be able to afford college. The issue is affordability of higher education, but people still need to take loans to be able to afford college. And so what happens is there's all these complex loans out there, and we found that people are supposed to take a counseling session before they sign up for a loan and then after they graduate. So that's 4 years in between. And over 40% of the people who had student loans have said they don't remember if they ever received any kind of counseling session. And so the Indiana University put into a process that this is modeled on, that people get a counseling before they take out their first loan annually as they and then when they graduate. And what they saw was people took out 11% less. So that's, 11% doesn't sound like a lot until you put it overall for the Indiana University. It was $31 million of less loans taking out. And it's just sitting down and saying, do you really need this much money? If you do take out this much money, this is what your payment's going to be when you leave. Let's work out a budget. Maybe you can do, instead of taking X, you can take X minus some of these other things that you really don't need to borrow. And then this is what your payment would be when you get out. Because people graduate and they want to start their lives, start their families, buy a house, or all the other things, and they're just saddled with the debt. And we're trying to make sure people can make their own decisions. They're adults. But it's federal money, it's taxpayer money, and we just want to make sure before they make that decision, they have all the facts.
Also, I talked with Guthrie about an announcement about a grant, and his office was happy to announce that the FEMA Assistance to Firefighters Grant AFG program, which awards grants directly to fire departments, emergency medical service organizations, and state fire training academies, will be sending more money to Glasgow and Barron County. The City of Glasgow Fire Department will receive $172,286 in a grant for new air packs. The East Barron Fire Department will receive $141,239 for air packs. I also spoke with Congressman Guthrie on this matter.
They're going for air packs, for the air packs. And so I guess earlier we were talking about higher education, and sometimes the price goes up, and then federal money comes to assist them. So we need to really look at that cycle. But But even though these are county fire departments, I mean, fire trucks now can be $500,000. Equipment is just so expensive. It's difficult for just local and state and local and county taxpayers, city taxpayers and county taxpayers to pick up the whole tab to have a fully adequate, trained fire department. And so we make these grants available through FEMA and City of Glasgow and East Barron. And think about that, just for breathing apparatus and air packs, it's $172,000 for Glasgow and $141,000 for East Barron.
Congratulations to both fire departments and their grant writers for acquiring this funds. Now, BR Retreading in Glasgow and Brad Reagan Recycling will be investing $6.6 million, adding 75 full-time jobs to the workforce. According to the Office of Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin, BR Retreading will construct a new facility in the Highland Glen Industrial Park. The new facility will nearly double the number of employees with the company, who currently has 89 individuals on staff. Glasgow Mayor Dick Doty was excited about the expansion. As he tells WCLU News, these will be good paying jobs.
Hey, it's a great announcement for us, and we're thrilled that BR Tire has seen it fit to build a new facility here. They could have gone any number of places. They have a lot of facilities elsewhere. I know North Carolina's a big hot spot for them, but they chose to stay right here in Glasgow, Kentucky. So we're really excited about that. It means a lot to this community. There's 75 more jobs and good paying jobs. I think that number was about $19 an hour that they were going to be paying. So some great wages, good jobs, again, good diversity, which is always important to us. We're heavy in the automotive, and this is, although this is, I guess, considered an automobile, it's a pretty daggum big automobile. So there's a great diversity that's seen there, so that if there are market downturns in other areas, this necessarily wouldn't affect them. So we're grateful for that. Our office, we were able to provide some incentives to them, along with the IDEA board, the Barron County Economic Development Board, and so we're thankful that we could be a part of that. And we certainly want to thank the governor and his office, the Economic Development Cabinet, and all of the help that we got from so many different places, because it's been a long, not a terribly long project, but we had the pad ready site ready some time ago, and so we've been waiting for the right client to fill that spot, and I think we've got a really good one with BR Tire. So we're thankful for the Reagan brothers for showing that confidence in our community.
I also spoke with County Judge Executive Michael Hale, who tells WCLU News that his role was similar to Mayor Doty's, and it takes everyone working together. Here's the comments from County Judge Executive Michael Hale.
The role that I play as far as representing county government, I am a non-voting member of the Industrial Development Board, and I play the same role as what the mayor of the city of Glasgow would. And basically, when we start hearing that there's folks that are wanting to expand, or either where they're at, or they want to expand someone else, we do a site visit. You know, we may not go together, but we at least knock on their door to see what their needs are and see what their ideas are. And, you know, Wes, this is the 9th project, whether it's a new build or an expansion, for us to land in 2 years. And that's quite a bit. And you talk about 75 jobs. And out of those 9 expansions, that's almost 200 new jobs that's been created in 2 years. When you look at the money that they want to invest in your community, that's $6.6 million, and that's a substantial amount of money. So, you know, you need to listen to folks like that. You know, that's big, but you also need to listen to the small people too. And, you know, we don't want companies to go somewhere else. We just don't want to do that. We don't want jobs to leave our county. And we work hard. It's daily, whether it's keeping the jobs here or training up our workforce to go to work. But it's a daily chore that we do, and but it's a group effort. It is a group effort. It's not solely based on one person. The community seriously has to come together to make things like this happen.
I also spoke with Brad Reagan III yesterday. He and his brothers have taken over the operation since the passing of their father, Brad Reagan Jr. He tells WCLU News it will be an extremely large facility for their ever-growing business.
You know, we're going to be doing earth mover tire retreading and repairing mainly. As far as the exact facility, we're thinking 80 to 100,000 square foot all in one building. We still got a lot of those details to work out, but that's kind of, if that makes sense.
When deciding on where to locate, Reagan says a lot of factors were considered, but ultimately it was the people of Barron County that affected his decision the most.
You know, the feeling of community, the support of all the other industries, businesses around, our people, mainly our people, our employees, our family. You know, everybody's there. This is where everybody lives around there. You know, I didn't want to move this away from any of them. We've got some great people that you know deserve all these opportunities. Not for me. They deserve all this. They've earned every bit of this, and we owe it to them. You know, how about that? I don't know how else to say it. You know, but beyond that, the infrastructure, the highways, you know, the logistical area makes great sense. But from a personal level, it's the people.
I asked Reagan what his father would think of these developments if he were still with us. He said he would absolutely be ecstatic. Plans for this expansion began while Reagan Jr. was still living, but the company just wasn't able to make the move until now. So, for WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. Trying not to have technical difficulties this time. We did, because I put a smiley face in the